everyone, it's Brie. So today is just a kind of an update video because I'm not too good at the moment. Let me explain what happened. So on Thursday, and this is also the reason why there wasn't a video up yesterday on Friday, basically on Thursday I got my period and I was all like, you know, as you saw my video, totally up for the whole natural, do everything like that way. And I took 2 magnesium tablets. When I woke up in the morning, I thought, yeah, you know, this is going really good. It's going to go really well. I felt some relief from it and it was great. But within about an hour, already my pain had come back and I thought, I don't think I could really take another magnesium tablet because, okay, you know, 2 or 3 hours apart, maybe, but an hour apart, no. So instead I went and I took some ibuprofen. Had no effect whatsoever. So about an hour later, again, I was getting really bad. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go for the cocodamol, which is my kind of codeine and paracetamol tablet. So I took 2 of them, and they are usually like my numbing tablet. They get rid of all the pain I have, and they're great, you know, for killing off the beast. I took 2 of them, and they didn't make my cramps go away fully, but they made them go away enough so that I could actually eat some lunch. I had some soup and some bread. And I managed to eat some lunch, but within 2 hours they had completely worn off. So I was back again, you know, in a lot of pain. And I was thinking, you know, 2 hours, you can't take cocodamol tablets less than 4 hours apart. So I thought I'd have to wait another 2 hours for that, but I took 2 ibuprofen tablets, the Nurofen tablets, basically 2 of the period ones, which usually work great for me. I took 2 of them and nothing was happening. And at this point I went to get up and change my pad, and I was coming back from my bathroom and I realised I was getting like black spots everywhere. I was kind of blacking out, and also my legs were going very shaky and I felt like pins and needles were shooting down my legs and they were going numb as well. And I was really struggling to walk, and so I went on the floor to try and get the blood back on my head, just kind of crouched my head on the floor. And I was like, okay, I need to get the blood back, and I managed to crawl to my bed, at which point my chest started constricting. I was getting very sharp stabbing pains right in the centre and also underneath my right lung, which is where it's a bit weaker, I think. So I was struggling to breathe, and this is the point where I thought, right, do I ring the ambulance? For the first time in my life I thought, should I ring the ambulance? Because my dad had actually gone to the GP for his problem, and I thought, well, it was about 3:20 at this point, and we were supposed to be going to see my mum's friend's new baby. He's about 3 weeks old, so I was really annoyed about that as well. But that was at 3:30, and it takes about 10 minutes to get there, so I thought he must be back any second now. I think I can hold on a few more minutes and he could drive me. Then he came back, and of course, being me, I was kind of like, oh, should I really do this? You know, I don't like going to hospital. And he was saying, oh, you know, I'm going to go to the supermarket, and I was kind of like, okay. About 2 seconds after he walked out the door, I thought, no, I'm going to have to go to A&E. So I called him up on my mobile, which is by my bed, just as he was getting into the car, and said, Dad, can you come back in and take me to A&E? And he was just like, hospital? Yes, the hospital. And then I'd send him upstairs to the top of our house to get my crutches down because I really could not walk at this point. So I got my crutches, got in the car, went to A&E, and I'm still in the paediatric section, which is kind of interesting, but... So I was with the fish, again. Not a big fan of the fish on the wall, and there were jellyfish this time. Anyway, went in, the nurse was kind of like really unsympathetic at first. She was like, well, you got to go and see your GP about this. I'm like, I couldn't really see her, and I came in here because, not just for my period pains, but because my legs are shooting and I can't really feel them very well, and also my chest is feeling like it's going to die. You know, my chest is really hurting and big stabbing, you know, like, okay, we'll send you to the doctor. Thank you. Okay, so I went and sat down. About 5 minutes later, the doctor came out to see me, and I was really lucky. This doctor happened to be really down to earth and actually tried to figure out what was going on. And I went in with him into the, like, you know, the bay room, whatever, and he did some tests. They did an ECG, they did a chest x-ray, they did a urine sample, took a urine sample, and it all came up clear. He was pressing and stuff, and in the end, both he, the consultant, and another doctor decided they thought it was probably endometriosis. The bad news is that because my lung was hurting, I have got endometriosis, it's probably spread to my lung already, which means it's at one of its worst stages. So that was really depressing, because endometriosis can cause infertility. And I know I shouldn't be worried about that, but the problem is, for anything I get, any illness I get, my thought is get through it and you can have children. But I no longer have that coping mechanism, if this is the thing. Sorry, my voice is going. I no longer have that coping mechanism if it is endometriosis. So they were going to keep me in because they put me on neoproxen, I think it's called, and also codizamol, and again within an hour this was wearing off, and the only thing then is morphine, and they'd have to keep me in for morphine, to put me on morphine. So in the end we decided I was going to go home, I was going to try and sleep and, you know, use these medications to get through it. And yeah, so that was what happened, it's as I say, on Thursday. So I was really, you know, nervous about that and upset, because like, endometriosis would be, in a sense, game over for me in terms of fertility, because if it has struck you, it's irreversible, unfortunately. The damage it can do, if it's got to the stage it could be at with me, is basically give you only a 10% chance of conceiving. Now I know that is still a chance, but it's a very low chance. Fortunately, I had read the Woman Code book, and I knew that certain things could help. And so I'm probably gonna, you know, instigate that, and I've said to my mum I'm going to do a big liver cleanse, just a day of eating foods that are really good for your liver, and then I'm just going to stick to, you know, I already have switched to organic stuff, but I'm going to really stick to it for a while and see if that helps. Now here's where the confusing bit part comes in my body. So that was Thursday. Friday I woke up at about 7 AM again in a lot of pain, and I took 2 cocodamol tablets. That is then all I took in terms of pain medication until 8 o'clock that night. For the whole of yesterday I had a kind of ache down below, but it wasn't a stabbing, I'm going to die. It wasn't like what was happening on Thursday when my uterus decided to throw a party and invite every single guest in the house to it, you know, and it was stabbing. It was just like when you pull a muscle and you have that ache, which is, you know, not pleasant, but it's tolerable. And just in my lower stomach, and I was thinking, this is odd. You know, I can deal with this. I just kind of lay in bed and got up to cook some food or something. And, but you know, it's totally bearable. So that's all I took until about 8 o'clock at night, which is when I thought I'm going to loosen this up a bit with some naproxen. Sorry. So yeah, plus, this has been one of the lightest periods I've had in a while. It's not heavy at all. I mean, I'm bleeding frequently, but it's not heavy. And there's no big clots or anything. And it's just really confusing, because usually with endometriosis you get very heavy periods as well as a lot of pain. And also that pain lasts for the duration of your period. That is not the case with me, and I'm not coughing or coughing up blood either with my lung, which is another symptom you often get if it has spread to your lungs, as well as pain. Plus, on top of that, my periods are very regular, pretty much 30 to 32 days. It's very, very rarely longer. If it is, it's only 1 day longer or 1 day shorter than that. But you know, that's still pretty regular, and endometriosis can make you pretty irregular with your periods. So I'm just kind of at a stage where I'm like, what is going on? So I'm going to go and see the gynecologist. I am not going on the pill no matter what happens, because it's just personal beliefs, religious beliefs, health issues really mean that hormonal treatment isn't an option for me. But you know, I'm getting positive now after yesterday, because I'm thinking, if this was endometriosis, surely it would have been agony for me the second day as well as the first. You know, so, and today, like, barely any. I had 1 ibuprofen tablet. Made the pain go away. So, I have a strong suspicion it's the gluten, because I've kicked gluten out for these last couple of days, and I think that when I started it, it hadn't been 24 hours before Thursday, but it was 24 hours by the time it reached yesterday. I did have a small, like a pancake thingy last night, which I think could have sparked off the little bit of pain I had today, because it was a really thin pancake the Chinese places give you. And yeah, but it didn't seem like particularly bad or anything. I was really nauseous yesterday morning, that was one thing, but apart from that I was fine. I was kind of like, okay, this is really, really, really weird now. what the heck is going on. So I've just got to figure it out. I've got to go and see my doctor on Monday, who's going to send me to a gynecologist, hopefully, so that then they can just decide what to do. Yeah, I guess this is just an update on that. So update on a couple of other things. One, I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers. Yes, there is going to be a big 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm just waiting on a couple of things to arrive, and then it will happen. And also when we get to 1,000 subscribers, obviously. But we're only a couple away now, I think. So keep subscribing, everyone. And another thing, my Precious Stars page, my pads, there's been a few changes at Precious Stars, so check out my website. It's always linked down below. And you will see all the changes happening over there. Also, I think that's it. I have quite a few new cups, some of you have noticed. Things like the Lady Cup, Cuply, a couple of others. I am waiting for just one more cup, and then I will do an updated cup comparison video. So these are all things that will be coming up. As I said, I feel okay now. I've just been to go buy our Christmas tree. So I'm okay. Not sure what my uterus is doing or why my lung was trying to eject itself from my body, but we will see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.